Okay. What you're going to need is to get whatever app you're going to use. I'm actually going to change my share here in just a second, and I'm going to open up the Claude desktop app and kind of show you the click through screens of doing this. If you want to follow along, that's great. There's also, if you have a transcript, that is also a useful. If not, I have, there's a couple of things. Let me show you. There is a link here for a transcript library. So this is another resource for you. This is not, this is if you wanted to see how this works. I had Claude generate a bunch of different types of transcripts with different kind of pros and cons in them. So you have the overqualified strategist answering this. You have this quietly frustrated person. You have anxious underseller. So these are all examples. So if you wanted to try one out that might show how you operate, if you kind of identify with one of these, you could run it through and see how it works. But they're there. They're just AI generated. I didn't draft them or edit them in any meaningful way. I just gave it a bunch of prompts to try to do that for it to work with. But those are available for you as well. And then the other part that you're going to need is the link. So let me give you the link again. Put it in chat if you don't have it. And the part that you're going to want to get down to is the actual prompt itself. It's a really long one. So this is the debrief coach here. And you can actually click the copy button and I'll put it on your clipboard. But okay. So if you are in the Claude desktop, if you're in ChatGPT, it looks pretty similar. Gemini, I think, is their browser. They have gems. I'm not as familiar with that one, so I couldn't walk you through that one as well. But if anyone is really interested in the Gemini version, hit me up later, and I can probably do a quick loom on how to do that. But if you're in the desktop app or in the web version, over on the side, you'll see something that says projects. Can everybody see this? Okay. Sometimes I don't know how the 4K monitors come through.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you click on projects, there'll be an opportunity to create new projects, and you'll give it a name. And you don't need to put any specific instructions. And if you would like for the files that it creates, or if you have a place where you want to drop a bunch of transcripts and you have that local to your computer, you can add that folder, or you can create a folder where you would drop all of them. That can be super helpful. Um, so yeah, so this is doing the you can add a folder for it and create the project. So I'm going to open up the project. I did the same thing. I just clicked it and called it the interview coach. But so I'd encourage you all to open it up and do this. So click on the project, name the project. You don't need to add any of the special instructions yet. We're going to in this window. Um, so let me give you just a moment. If you haven't done this, if you're not in a place to do it, you can definitely do it later, but I'd love for you to do it. It doesn't take, there's not a lot of complicated setup. What you'll do is once you have this project and you've named it, you'll click on the little pencil icon for the instructions, and it'll give you the space to put that entire prompt that we took from the guide, which is right here. You just hit copy. And if I go back over here, that's exactly what I'm posting in here. Okay. It's this whole thing. So you don't have to, you're welcome to read through it, but you don't have to right now. When you're just trying it, hit save instructions. And now those are the primary instructions that anytime you start a new chat within this project, it's going to read those instructions and go through that. So if you were ready to use it now, all you have to do is take a transcript from somewhere. If you have a copy of one, or if you want to use one of the demo ones, that's totally fine. You can then, so if you come over to the demo transcript, so I'm going to copy this one. So I clicked it over here. This is in the guide, copied the demo transcript. And then I come back here and I'm going to paste it in. And then, so what it's doing is interviewer and Jordan, and it's going through a series of details. And I'm currently running on Opus 5, but you don't have to. You could use whatever model that you want. I wouldn't suggest Fable. I don't think it's necessary for this. I think it's overkill. Sonnet would be totally fine as well. If you want to go down to, like, I'm not actually a huge fan of Opus 5, so I'm going to try 4.8. And then I'm just going to hit run. So I'd recommend that you all go and try it. Grab that transcript, create the project, put in the instructions. Preference would be your own transcript. You'll get more value out of it than that. Otherwise, you're just going to get feedback and see the mechanics of how it works with Jordan's. Um, what it's doing though is it's going to process through each one of these phases because the prompt, the instructions run it through these five phases of things to get feedback for it. So, all right. While we're here, this is the essence of it. So I'm going to give you a timer and I'm going to be quiet and let you run, or you can ask questions while mine's running as well. All right. So go ahead and get started and try and build it out if you would. So for those of you that are running it or getting it set up, I've gotten through pass one of it, and the mechanics of it are just to then do next. If I mean, I could read it, I could ask more questions, but then it'll just go to the next part for pass two. So it phases it out a little bit at a time. It also means that it won't keep running if you're not liking where it's going, or if it has questions, you can answer those before it gets too far into it. So you can see here it broke down question one and then follow-ups 1, 2s, 3s, and 4s. And it gave me some guidance on what type of question and follow-up it was. So they created their project. We're getting some people who are trying this out.
Mine came back saying that it couldn't grade this properly because your setup block is blank.
Your setup block is blank.
So it's saying, please fill in these and I'll run the debrief, target, role and level, domain industry, the room, focus list, altitude rubric.
So if in the instructions, my setup, because I left this blank, that's because I probably run this.
Okay.
So that it probably can't run past two. It can normally run past one with it. If you go to